Tonight, we are diving deep into the financial mystery surrounding one of the most haunting voices of the 21st century. It has been over a decade since a 7-year-old barefoot girl stunned the world on Norway's Got Talent, and since then, the trajectory of Angelina Jordan has been nothing short of a cinematic epic. But as we move through 2026, industry insiders are asking a pointed question. For a talent that legendary, where is the superstar-level wealth? Usually, a voice that garners billions of views translates into a $100 million empire. Yet the public estimates for Angelina sit at a much more conservative 3 to 5 million. Is she being mismanaged, or is she playing a much deeper, more calculated game than the pop icons we see on the charts? But the numbers on the screen don't tell the whole story of what's happening behind closed doors. When we look at the paper wealth of a child star, we have to look at the transition into adulthood. By 2026, many of the trust accounts and performance bonds set up during her early years in Norway are finally reaching maturity. This means that while she may have been worth millions as a teen, she is only now gaining true liquid access to that capital. However, the overhead of maintaining a global brand, traveling between Los Angeles, London, and Oslo, is immense. We've uncovered that her team has spent a significant portion of her early earnings on high-level production and independent legal counsel to ensure she doesn't fall into the same traps that broke stars of the past. It's a slow-burn financial strategy that favors long-term ownership over immediate, flashy payouts. She isn't just a singer, she's a growing corporation, and 2026 marks the first year the CEO is truly taking the reins. The label lock-in and the freedom fee. The biggest question mark in her 2026 portfolio remains her relationship with Republic Records. Back in 2020, it was hailed as the deal of the century, the golden ticket to the same table as Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande. Yet, as years passed, the blockbuster album fans expected seemed to be perpetually coming soon. Our investigation reveals that the friction between a major label's pop formula and Angelina's old soul jazz aesthetic likely led to a costly creative stalemate. In the world of high-stakes music contracts, walking away isn't free. There are whispers that a significant portion of her mid-2020's revenue was diverted to cover recoupable expenses, the industry term for the label taking their cut before the artist sees a dime. What seemed like a dream partnership might have actually been her most expensive mistake. By the start of 2026, the shift in her branding suggests a soft exit from the traditional label system. We are seeing more independent releases and collaborations with niche producers like Toby Gad. This move is financially risky, but potentially more lucrative in the long run. If she owns her masters, she keeps nearly 100% of the revenue instead of the standard 15% an artist might get from a major label. This transition explains why her net worth hasn't exploded yet. She's reinvesting her capital to buy back her freedom. It's a move that mirrors the strategies of the industry's biggest titans, suggesting that Angelina isn't looking for a quick paycheck, but a legacy that she actually owns. The 2026 books might show a smaller balance today, but the projected growth of an independent Angelina Jordan is where the real, shocking numbers lie. The 2025 scandal and the price of silence. Every rise to power has its obstacles, and for Angelina, 2025 was the year the professional met the personal in a very public way. The music world was left reeling when she abruptly withdrew from Norway's Melodi Grand Prix, the prestigious selection for Eurovision. The official word was security concerns and unforeseen personal threats, a move that sparked wild speculation across European tabloids. However, the financial fallout was immediate. The broadcaster, NRK, moved forward with breach of contract claims that reportedly topped 130,000 NOK. While that's a drop in the bucket for some, the damage to her reliable reputation in the touring circuit was a much heavier blow. But behind the legal filings lies a darker story of what it actually costs to stay safe in the spotlight. The 2025 withdrawal wasn't just about a missed performance, it was about the high cost of protection. We've learned that her security detail and private travel expenses have tripled in the last 18 months. When an artist cites personal threats, the insurance premiums for their concerts skyrocket. This hidden tax on her fame is something many fans don't see. Her 2026 net worth is being impacted by the massive overhead required to keep her safe, while she navigates a world that is increasingly obsessed with her every move. This legal battle with NRK was a wake-up call for the industry. Angelina is willing to lose money and face lawsuits if it means protecting her personal integrity and safety. It's a defiant stance that few artists at her age would dare to take. Section 4. The Vegas Residency and the New Revenue Stream. While the headlines focused on her legal battles in Norway, Angelina was quietly securing the bag in the United States. In 2026, the Vegas Residency is no longer just for legacy acts. It's the ultimate financial move for prestige vocalists. Her stint at the Westgate has become one of the most talked-about tickets in town. Unlike a grueling world tour, a residency allows an artist to stay in one place, slashing travel costs and keeping a massive percentage of the ticket sales and merchandise. Our sources indicate that she is commanding a six-figure guarantee per weekend, a figure that is rapidly inflating her 2026 bottom line. But the real money isn't just in the tickets, it's in the exclusive world she's built around them. The Vegas move is a masterclass in modern celebrity finance. Beyond the stage, she's leveraging high-end meet-and-greet packages and exclusive 2026 merchandise that can only be purchased on-site. This scarcity model has turned her brand into a luxury commodity. Furthermore, she's become a favorite for high-stakes corporate gigs, where tech giants and international billionaires pay upwards of $150,000 for a 45-minute set. This pivot from viral star to luxury entertainer is why her 2026 net worth is finally beginning to show a sharp upward curve. She has moved away from the volatile world of streaming numbers and into the rock-solid world of high-net-worth live entertainment. The digital empire and the future forecast. As we conclude our investigation into the Angelina Jordan empire of 2026, we have to look at her most consistent asset, the internet. With billions of collective views, her YouTube channel remains her primary engine of wealth. In an era where Spotify pays fractions of a penny, YouTube's ad revenue and premium views offer a much more sustainable income. We estimate her digital catalog generates a consistent 5- to 6-figure monthly income, providing a war chest that allows her to turn down projects that don't align with her vision. She isn't just a singer. She is a content powerhouse who understands that in 2026, attention is the most valuable currency on Earth. And what she decides to do with that influence next could change the music industry forever. The secret albums released in the last year, Secret of the Soul and Secret of the Star, hint at an artist who is finally ready to tell her own story, regardless of what the critics or the accountants say. Her 2026 net worth reflects a woman who has survived the child star curse and emerged as a savvy, independent businesswoman. While she may not have the $100 million bank account of a pop puppet, she has something much rarer: total creative sovereignty and a dedicated fan base that will follow her for decades. The story of Angelina's wealth isn't about the millions she has. It's about the millions she was willing to walk away from to stay true to her voice. And that, in the end, is the greatest investment of all.